All right, welcome back, guys. So I got this new padding for the center console for my Subaru and a steering wheel cover, and we'll put those on. I just got them off eBay, you know, something fairly cheap, and I'll show you why. So like, it's like a little bit of my sweat and stuff from my hands. You can see how it's peeling. And this is a known issue on these cars, believe it or not. So, and then kind of the same thing where I put my, you know, my sweaty elbow down. It's kind of gross. So we're going to take this apart and take it apart and go ahead and change out the new one. So I have to figure out how it comes apart. I think it's just this on the back here snaps off. So it looks like it snaps off and then the whole thing comes out, if I remember right, because I got back there once. So yeah, this just snaps on, and then there's like a couple of screws, and then I have to figure out how this comes off. I'll get that on the bench. But then the other one I have to stitch on, so that one will be a little different. And I got a new alternator bracket for the vet. It's a billet aluminum one, so everything's just waiting there. I don't want to touch anything until I get the new bracket, and of course then I'll have to trace my wire, the fusible link, to see where it melted, and then figure that out. But like I said, I'm waiting for the new alternator bracket, and we can go from there. All right, I think it's probably best to start with this since it's nice outside, and we'll get stitching. All right, so this plate just pops right off. So I just took a little screwdriver and just popped it right off, as you can see. See, when the dealership put it back on, look, they bent my little tab there. Anyway, doesn't matter. The dealership always messing stuff up. Anyway, so then I'll take those screws off, and then they'll come off. To take this off, you're gonna have to take off these bolts down here. I just loosened them up, and then these two right there. So once we take that off, it just comes right off. As you can see, the whole thing will move. So we're just gonna take it off, and then we'll have this centerpiece off. And then I got that on there, but I'm letting it stretch a little bit. It was really tight to get on, so we'll come back to that a little bit later after I get this off. All right, so I'm thinking it's just these 3 little screws right there. I'm not sure. Like I said, it doesn't come with instructions or anything, so we're just gonna take these screws out and see if that pops off that cover, and we'll find out together. So I'm just not exactly sure how that's going to come off. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I would think that would be how you do it. Maybe see if we can pry it a little. Oh, yep. There we go. I just have to get a little pry bar in there and see. There we go. There's our one in the back. Let's see if we can. Not sure. It's starting to. There has to be another. Let's see. Because it's in the slide, so there has to be something else. I wonder if there's... No, that's just a rubber piece there. I wonder if I have to take this off. I wonder if that disconnects it from... So it might be this piece right here. Let's take that off and see what happens. These two pieces also, I don't know. Okay, that bracket came off. Still, how I think that plastic has to snap off. Oh, there we go. I bet you that's what it is. There we go. Ah, so it just snaps off like that. There we go. Or does that hole? Oh, it just slides out. I don't have to tighten that back up. Okay. And a few more screws down here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we're just going to take the old one off and put the new one on. The orange stitching's a little bit different color, but like I said, I'm just trying to make it look better. This is way cheaper than buying a whole new thing, so all right, we're just going to peel that off. There's just a little bit of glue holding that down, so then we'll just replace it with that. All right, there it is. So looks like it's going to go like that. So you can see that's the old one, nice and gross and everything like that. I'm going to just do a test fit. You know, just to kind of see what it's going to look like. That's a little bit of a... You can take a blow dryer to that and stretch it out. So you know what? It's going to be a pretty good fit there. I might cut a little bit of foam and put some foam in there, make it a little more, make it a little more cushiony. I don't have any foam. So now the hard part, just stretching it and getting it back down underneath there. So I'm gonna have to go buy some glue. But that's gonna look much better. And once that's in the heat, you know, of course I can stretch it and do that. So you know what? I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna see if I can get some foam and glue. So I'll go to the craft store because they'll have something. And they'll definitely have some foam. See if we can bring it up just a little bit. Okay, so I went and got some Fabric Fusion Quick Dry Glue. And this foam, it's kind of just not even really foamy. So I got me some nice thicker foam. So I need to cut this kind of out to, you know, spec. and then that will give me a nice, lot more nicer cushion there. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm just going to take some, let's see. Bet you my scissors will work pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of round it off. Doesn't have to be exact, but so there's that. And kind of cut it this way. Okay. And then that's about right. Okay. All right, I think that should work pretty well. Let's test it. Let's put this back on and see how that's going to work. Yeah, I think that'll work. I just need to get this straightened out a little bit. So then that way I can push down and then I can get glue in there, and that'll bring enough tension up. Yep, I think that will work. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit right there and see if that's going to hold down my first initial fabric, and just work my way around after I get that. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and we'll just go little by little. But it's messy. Put another. See if I can get another one on there. All right. So for this thread, while that glue's drying, we're gonna take that needle, get it started. Okay. All right. So all you're gonna need is something like that to get it started. We're gonna start, I think, this way and work my way around this way and end right here. So best thing to do is you're gonna, if you've never threaded anything, you're just gonna start going this way on the outer first. Okay, you want to try and use the holes that have already been used. So I think right about here is where it's going to start. So we'll push it through. All right, because then that way we're going to come over, see, like that. And so now we'll go underneath this one and then come back over and then come, you know, go back and forth, back and forth. So as you see, as we pull through, we're gonna have, when we come to the end of this, we're gonna tie a knot on the end. That way it doesn't you know, come loose and de-thread. So now kind of get it how I want. Okay, so then we go over, and then we're going to go back under. All right, come on. There we go. Go under and then pull it through. Okay, and that's going to be our first thread. Then we're just going to come back up this way and see, that'll tighten it up, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But for right now, see how it's already tightened. So I'm going to tie a knot Oh, wrong end. Tie a knot on this end. Do a couple of them. Try to get it in the same spot to make that knot a little bit bigger. All right, so see, that way it won't be pulled through. And then we just pull. All right. All right, so see how it pulls? Now we can pull tighter. And then we can go on to the next thread. All right. So you see how that's going to work? So then I'll bring this one, punch through here, do the same thing. You could do a different type of stitch. I'm not getting too crazy with it. I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, and then right here, all you're going to do is you're going to take your screwdriver, little tiny screwdriver like that. Just going to push it up in there, like so. Okay, I'm trying to do all this, and then all you're going to do is just stuff it underneath once you pry, and then that'll get it underneath that little lip there. The rest of it will be, you know, around there. But see how look how that's turning out. Not too shabby, huh? So I'm gonna stuff this under real quick, and you know, that way I just kind of, it'll look better and kind of get an idea, make sure before I get too far that that's gonna work. Oh, there it is, tucked underneath there, looking really nice. When I come to the end here, we'll see how much thread I got, but if I can come back around one more time and see if I could get the back end of this and thread it in, that might work too. But anyway, up here, not much we can really do, you know, but we're gonna try and stretch it out the best we can. That's just the name of the game there on that one. So all right, let's keep going. All right, so now we're going to get into a little more complicated spot, because I'm staying with all this, but this hole that I put it through right there, I'm going to keep coming back for the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe four threads, but I'm going to go back to that same hole. So I'm going to go that one, back to the same hole, that one, same hole, and that way I get it straight up nice and tight to there. And then once I tighten it back in that last hole there, then we'll bring the thread back up through this way, and then come over. Yeah, I'll go down this way, come along the back, and then start up over here. All right, so I'm just using the pre-existing holes for the stitch. So go from the underside, and just kind of keep it taut as you go. Not too bad, huh? So basically that's just all you're doing. I think it looks better with going through every stitch hole. You know, some people would go every other one, but and then say if you want it tighter down in here, you can always stick your needle in there, kind of tauten it, make it taut, come back through here, tauten it, so you make it nice and tight. You don't have to pull too hard, just, you know, you're just keeping it taut. Because if you pull too taut or too much, it might rip through the leather, and you don't want that. And the needle they sent me, even though I got other needles, this one isn't very sharp at all. So that's why I'm using the existing holes. Plus, I think it looks nice going along with that existing stitching anyway. All right, there's most of it done. One thing though, they don't give you enough thread. Go see if I got more orange thread, and if not, then I'll have to take a drive and go find some more orange thread. All right, so that's all done there. So just a little, I didn't get it as tight right there, but it's all right. It's in the back, you'll never see it. And of course it's a little off center, but I don't care. Like I said, it's better than what the other one was, and a lot more padding. Yeah, so much better. I'm happy with it. Like I said, it's in about a year. It's going to my daughter anyway, so I'll throw that back in. Right now, stitching, I was able to find stitching that's the same color, but it's thinner, so I'm gonna have to double or triple up on it. And of course, it's dark to kind of match the thickness of that thread. So I'm gonna put this back in real quick, and then I don't know if I'll be able to finish stitching tonight or not, but we can always come back tomorrow. I know it's in the dark, but how's that look? That looks way better, doesn't it? I gotta clean it up a little bit, but let's see if we can get a flashlight on it. Yeah, looks way better. Looks like new. It's a lot more puffier. So there's that. Oh yeah, it's so much nicer on the arm too. All right, so anyway, yeah, I'm short some thread. I can definitely get up to here with this thread, but I found the same color. Like I said, it's a little bit thinner, so I'm gonna have to thicken it up a little bit. But that's no big deal. You just you know, twist it and set it up that way. So looks like, I don't know, maybe 3 strands of this to that. I don't know, I got me a little piece down here that I'm gonna take inside so I can see it better, and make me another strand. But that'd be close enough. Like I said, it's gonna look just fine. And to tell you the truth, if I didn't point it out, you guys would probably never know. All right, I'm gonna see if I can finish this up. Let me go, like I said, inside, if I can see the thickness, get that thread, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back down here and then work my way up here, because I'm gonna finish this up on this end here, and I'll tie it off and finish everything up here. And then later on yeah, that way all my stitches will match. That's what I'm trying to say. But I think that turned out pretty decent looking. So yeah, I just wish they would have gave me more thread, so that way I could finish it before it got dark. But feels really good. I like it. You know, it kind of gives a sportier look to it too. Let's see if I can zoom out. That's too dark when I zoom out. But yeah, anyway, let's see if I can finish it up. Here it is, all done. It's dark outside. I'm just working with the light. Turned out pretty good all the way around. This thread is just a little bit different color, but it's not enough to, you know, make a huge difference. It's kind of, let's see if I can get the light on there. You know, it's not enough to make a huge difference. The thread's just a little bit different. Like I said, it's way better than what it was. So I think it looks pretty good. A little bit thicker, because you know, that thread is, when I combined it, made it a little bit thicker on that side, so you can kind of tell it's a little bit thicker on that side. But all right, I think that looks pretty decent. You know, like I said, way better than what it was. And then of course we got, you know, that looks brand new. Oh man. All right, guys. You know, it's kind of funny though. Like, it's everything you order. They don't give you enough thread, or you know, or whatever. It's just it's everything. It is literally everything I've bought within these last few years. Is just, you know, they don't give enough material or whatever. It's just becoming a pain. Or it just never works. It never fits right or anything like that. So, but anyway, yeah, I like it. I think it turned out good. And one last look. Yeah, not too bad, huh? All right, guys. See you next time.